Morning, everybody. Welcome to Solo ReacTalk. This morning, I'm going to be reacting to a rich and poor-ish 1,000 player simulation point of view made on the kanukei kanukei YouTube channel. Hope I'm pronouncing the YouTube channel correctly. It's called "I Lost Everything in Ish's 1,000 Player Simulate Civilization Rich and Poor." And if you guys want to find it, I'll put the playlist, the compiled playlist made by Crayfish in Brazil, his playlist in the description below. You'll be able to find this video there. Thanks again to Anime React Jabalisco for the playlist. Really, it's a lifesaver for me, so I can easily access all of the rich and poor ish 1,000 player simulation videos. So yes, if you guys want to check out the original video as well as Nukei's YouTube channel, the links are going to be in the description below, as well as the compiled playlist made by Crayfish in Brazil. Yes. Okay, let's start with "I Lost Everything in Ish's 1,000 Player Simulate Civilization Rich and Poor." 3, 2, 1, go.
This is the story of how I died. Actually,
Oh, so what? You died on the battlefields, taking taking control of, what was it called again? Ashen Bastion. Yes, you died there, or you died somewhere else.
it's not really my story. It's the story of 1,000 players split between two islands. It's the story of a town called Nevermore.
Oh, now this is going to be interesting. Nevermore, the reclusive society that is in it's in an alliance or a federation with Al-Qarasida and the Covenant. Yes, it's Al-Qarasida, the Covenant, and Nevermore. And they have an alliance with the Infernus. Yes. All right.
And it's the story of the people who lived. But to truly understand, we're going to have to go back before the beginning. Upon getting the message that I had been accepted into Ish's event, I immediately started looking for a nation to join. My friend Lampier
I'm the dead weight.
was a member of the
Lampier. Okay.
nation of Nevermore, who based their entire theme on...
I walk a lonely road.
Technically, the theme was Gothic, which basically means they wanted to rip off Bloodborne, but that
Yeah, this place does look gothic though. You know, the dark bricks, the gloomy atmosphere.
was perfect for me, because my main goal for this event was to build this. I called it the Queen's Garden, based on the location of the same name from the game Hollow Knight, and it fit right into Nevermore's aesthetic. So, since it had both many of my friends as well as the theme I liked, it was an easy decision to join. But if Nevermore was the rose, it would need its thorns. I am, as the kids say, a PvP sweat, and as such, I signed up for Nevermore's pre-event tournament to decide who would lead the Nevermore military.
Oh, there was a tournament being held. Oh, wow. Okay. Wait a minute. The military head of Nevermore. Let me just go back. I think I wrote down his name here. Where is it? Sidefall. Yes, that's the leader of the Nevermore military, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, because I remember from Daybreak, or should I say, we built a news empire in Ish's Rich and Poor 1,000 player Minecraft civilization made on the Lianam YouTube channel. Yeah, Daybreak had one particular, person that they did not like. The entire Daybreak news business, if I can say that. Yeah, they did not like Sidefall. Sidefall was their threat. Sidefall was a troublemaker. And yes, he was one of the leaders of Nevermore. So from this combat, from this tournament, the winner is going to be Sidefall. How? I wonder. Huh.
I lost to Sidefall. Freaking Sidefall.
How?
Either way, I did well enough to become a Raven Knight, the elite
Raven Knight. Nice. Okay.
PvP Guardians of Nevermore. And with the two goals of protecting the budding nation of Nevermore and building my garden, I joined 1,000 players and logged on.
Hold on. I've got a Cedar, Nevermore, and the Covenant. They're in a federation or a union. Okay. And this is day 1, alright? Let me write it down here. Okay.
I spawned in the middle of an iceberg field, thousands of blocks away from the nearest land, with only other lost players and polar bears to keep me company. Fortunately, one of the other Nevermore
Do the polar bears attack? Or they just, meander around the ice fields?
citizens found a massive tree and gave me coordinates for where to go. I reached the shore, and as I walked across the barren landscape, I began to realize I might be heading to the only tree on this entire damn island. As far as the eye could see, there was nothing but dirt, gravel, clay, and other blocks entirely opposed to a player's survival. Heck, even the in-game chat was calling us broke. It would be incredibly difficult for Nevermore to grow in this barren soil, but with luck, it might be able to survive long enough to grow as large as the lone tree, which, like I said, was massive. But as I arrived at the base of the tree, I began to wonder if this tree was as much of a blessing as it seemed. Around the roots, some players scavenged as much wood as they could, while others just stood there.
They just stood there?
They wouldn't react to anything.
I think maybe the game is, stuttering, or it's slow, and, people are losing connection. Because that's the type of situation that was shown in one of the point of views that I watched. I think it was Lianam's point of view, if I'm not mistaken, where he also showed that, the game was not, working properly because, there were a lot of people, 500 people on the island, and the game just could not keep up. Even their god Ish was logged out of the game. So I think that's what's happening here.
Meaning as still and as lifeless as the tree itself. The whole area gave me the creeps, so I hightailed back to the main island and started looking for somewhere a little less. I ran
Gloomy, scary.
into some other Nevermore citizens, and we all banded together, crossing the hostile mountains hungry and poor. On the other side laid a small valley where the rest of Nevermore had begun to set up base.
Oh, that's nice.
Some of our members had gotten seeds from the main tree to plant our own forest, nourished by a stream flowing from the base of the volcano.
Wait, is the water safe? I don't think so. Unless if you guys have put the padding, underwater.
Others had been mining, getting iron and stone for tools, while others yet had been farming to provide bread for the hungry. Nevermore had started to set its roots, and our home could now start to grow strong and healthy.
Day 2. Okay.
It was time to uproot everything and move our base. The Nevermore High Council, led by a player.
Wow. Tyrannical rule. Really? That's an interesting name. Okay, tyrannical rule. And then there's Lampier. Alright. Do I need to write down the other members of the council? But you know what? If they show up, I will write them down.
Called Tyrannical Rule, decided that the narrow valley we had settled in was not well suited for our nation's needs. Not only was there not much space for building the city we had planned, but the heat of the nearby volcano caused the water to boil and harm anyone who entered it. Also, the nation of Infernus had claimed the volcano as their home.
Quick Seneca!
And while we were on good terms with Infernus and quickly heading towards an alliance, it would probably be better if we based closer to our current allies, the Covenant and Al Caracina. Why Infernus wanted to live around the dangers of an active volcano is anyone's guess, given that
they are people of the fire.
We only had one life, and if we died, we would be banned from the server permanently. Nevertheless, we packed up our things and headed south.
Wait, not padding, but slabs. Yes, sorry, I made a mistake there. Slabs. You gotta put the slabs under the water so that the water can be cooled and not have the heat from the lava or from the volcano, heating up the water. You gotta put the slabs, not padding. Slabs, yeah.
When we arrived at our new home, we would face one of the first challenges of our new nation. You see, Nevermore functioned on an aristocratic meritocracy,
Aristocratic meritocracy. Okay.
which means that the nation was led by a council, who would elect a leader to serve as the diplomatic face of the nation, known as the Corvus. But this
Wait, where is the aristocratic part of that? Led by a council. Okay, wait, I need to research this. Sorry guys, hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, aristocratic meritocracy describes a system where social advancement is supposedly based on merit, but it is actually controlled by an elite group whose children inherit advantages, perpetuating power through privilege rather than true talent. It represents a contradiction where a system that claims to be meritocracy, advancement through talent, functions like an aristocracy, power based on birth, by providing a head start to the privileged, making the merit often as a result of inherited wealth, connections, and social capital. Okay, I don't think this would be the right term to use in terms of this government, because there is no powerful families here. This is just a council that I don't know if they've been voted into power due to their merit. I'm not sure about that, but I don't think this is the right term to use as a way to describe the system that you are being led by. Yeah. Even the part of meritocracy, I'm not sure in what way are these people who have been chosen, having the right skills or the experience to lead the people of Nevermore. So under what meritocracy is this being based on in terms of the leadership structure? And the tongue twister for me, sorry guys. But the aristocracy part of the council is also being brought into question. How are these people powerful exactly? How did they gain their power? How did tyrannical rule become the leader? Is he part of an important rich family? Does he have some sort of sway over everybody that is an inhabitant of Nevermore? I just don't think aristocracy, meritocracy is the right term to use here. Yeah.
time, the council decided to open the election for Corvus to the entire nation.
Hello, everybody. I just lied.
Oh, here he is. 2E, 2G, right?
Through my teeth. You see how I did that? That is not what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Okay.
If you elect me to be your Corvus.
Okay, I got this.
Hey, Lampier. Alleged cat boy. Okay.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
It's never been done before in Nevermore, but I'm running for a second term. I think Nevermore, what we represent is we're a family, first and foremost. You know, we're here to carry on the will of the people, and we're surrounded by talented people and, you know, amazing friends. And, you know, Nevermore couldn't be where it is without you guys. As we go forward, I want to hear from you guys.
I was hesitant on who to vote on. On the one hand, it would result in a much better balance of power if I were to elect another council member like Lampier. But on the other hand, Tyrannical had done a really good job leading the nation. I realized Tyrannical had proven himself as a good Corvus. Casting my support behind him, we ended the election with an official offer of friendship to the Infernus Empire, which they gladly accepted. The nations on the Poor Island were beginning to grow bonds with each other, which would help us all to survive and to prosper.
Day 3. Okay.
On day 3, I went mining. I wish I could say that more had happened, but for the past 3 days, I had been searching for basic materials to survive and still had almost nothing.
Man, the poor island really is poor. I thought it was minerally rich. Well, when you get closer to the volcano, it does become minerally rich, right? Yeah, it's only through the rest of the island where you won't really find the resources that you might need. Yeah.
You got a kanukei? Oh, you're cooking iron.
Almost.
My bad.
Yeah, I want to make a chest plate. I've been waiting
All good.
for like the quartermasters to actually give us stuff because apparently we're supposed to get the council members, but I keep seeing like other random people just with armor, and I kind of just done with not having armor.
You're giving up on getting armor?
Feel a little frustrated.
Wait, you seriously, you can't find iron? You can't make like an iron armor? Wow. Okay, then, oh, what can you barter with? I was going to say you could probably go to the Lingolini mining mafia, you know, and just barter with them whatever that you have, so that you can get some iron, so that you can make yourself an iron suit. Because you are one of the Raven Knights, you're going to need, you know, armor to distinguish your position as a protector of Nevermore, right? Yeah. But I don't know what you can barter with in this desolate area.
For what? What happened?
I just feel very like unheard in this society. I'm a little
I mean, you chose your leadership. You chose your leadership, Kanukei. You chose your leadership. So you gotta talk to your leadership. You gotta talk to Tyrannical. What is it again? Tyrannical rule. You have to talk to him. Talk to your leaders. Let them hear you.
frustrated with how Nevermore's been going. It feels like I can't really do what I want to, that nobody's really listening to me, that I don't really know what my place is here.
I mean, what do you want to do, Kanuk?
I mean, you're a knight. You are a knight. You are meant to protect Nevermore, for the most part. So I don't know, whatever you want to contribute or to say, I think it doesn't really hold that much importance because you are a soldier. You are supposed to protect the civilians and Nevermore. You're not supposed to be participating much in the governance of your society. I get it. You feel a bit, discouraged, and you feel like you're being left out. But, you are a knight. Your service is your duty. Your duty is to protect and to fight for Nevermore. That's it. Yeah.
Kanuki. Like, you can at least talk to me about it. I can like try to help you out.
Well, I made a build on the practice server, but like everyone I've talked to is like, oh, that's not very good. But like all the suggestions that they make to improve it, if they ever get around to making suggestions to improving it, just like aren't the style I want to take the building.
If I give you a suggestion here, you might just want to build it like outside the main area, aka like once we start developing it all more.
It's a large build and it takes a lot of deep slate. I could probably do it if I saved all my materials for myself, but I'm a team player. I try and give materials to the team. I was hoping for a different experience, but I just feel like nobody's listening to me again.
We already know how like everything's gonna go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Pi has like the epic build.
Baked pie. Is Baked Pie part of the council as well?
And, like the epic idea we're gonna have for Nevermore. You know?
But the communication leading up to it was just so bad, you know? Like.
Yes, it's terrible.
But there wasn't really much I could say to change what would happen, given that I had no real leadership role in Nevermore. I also didn't want to cause any conflict, because given our hostile surroundings, our best bet for survival was unity. At the end of the day, the entire town gathered for a photo. And having all my friends gathered in one location, I realized why I kept working for no
It's so cute when they start jumping around.
reward. It was for them. It was for their safety and growth, and I was proud in my role as a knight to protect them.
Good.
Even if it meant giving up the things I'd worked all day for. At least my people were safe.
Oh my gosh.
While everybody had been talking, a group of Nevermore citizens had been fooling around with an outsider, and one of the Nevermore citizens was eliminated by a falling stalactite.
How do you play around with stalactites like this, guys? How? Oh my gosh. Even the Covenant soldiers did something similar to a news reporter belonging to Daybreak. Who was it? Who died? I think it was not Salty. Was it Salty the Salty Survivalist? I think so, yes. Salty Survivalist died by a stalactite due to a prank or a joke made by the Covenant soldiers. I don't know how you guys play around with such dangerous objects like this. Huh? Anyways.
The hooligans panicked and scattered. The outsider got away, but we were able to identify one of our own reckless citizens who had been present. A player by the name of Awesome Jet.
Awesome Jet. Okay.
I think we might have to take you in for questioning, Jet.
It wasn't me.
Then who was it, Awesome?
Since Jet wasn't directly responsible and the day was about to end, we decided to let him off with a warning this time. But I began to realize that Nevermore would have to face many more threats, just like this one.
I suspect that your threats will be internal and not external. Because Island 1, for the most part, has been very peaceful. Very, very peaceful. In terms of the different nations. They've never gone to war with one another until that day when the two islands united against Ashen Bastion and the Infernus people. That was the only time when there was a true conflict on Island 1. So the type of problems you'll be facing are probably going to be internal and not external. Yeah.
I was sick.
Day 4. Time to 13.
Of mining. I could not do it anymore. And since Nevermore didn't really have any enemies to fight, I decided to change professions from knight for the day, and I started to help build the inner walls of Nevermore.
Builder.
And you know what? This is the first time I actually enjoyed myself. Instead of worrying about getting what I wanted and doing whatever I wanted to do, I was contributing to a majestic build and getting to know the people of Nevermore. I met Rubbish Not Trash, one of
Rubbish, not trash. Okay. Must be British.
the diplomats and builders, and we bonded as we worked away. Is it supposed to be flush like this?
No, I'm an idiot. Oh my god.
Look out, rubbish. Rubbish.
Kanukei,
Hmm?
would you want to go up on the top and light it up?
Yeah, can I get some more torches? The walls grew, and I still fulfilled my role as a knight when the sun went down, fighting off mobs for other players and making sure that they stayed safe. Ironically, I was able to do the two things I'd wanted to do going into the event: create something beautiful with my people and protect what we had made together. The bitterness I had before.
I didn't know that there were creatures besides the wardens that would attack you. I know that there's polar bears, but I haven't seen or heard of anyone being attacked by polar bears. But now there's these other creatures here that I've never seen before. Guys, I haven't played Minecraft, just so that you know. Yeah, I haven't played Minecraft, so I'm not really sure about the gameplay and the environment that you guys are playing in this experiment. But yeah, that's new to me, to find that there's other creatures besides the wardens that are a threat to any settlement on Island 1, maybe also Island 2. Yeah.
Or wilted away. It was almost as if my ambitions had been like a vine, constricting and preventing the flowering of doing what I loved. Once the walls were completed, I rewarded myself by chilling in a hot tub with the friends I'd found in my fellow citizens.
Hot tub. Nice.
How does a hot tub in Minecraft work, you ask? Remember the volcano and the boiling water? With very specific conditions,
slabs,
you were able to negate the damage and just enjoy the hot water. As the day came to an end, I thought this was a great way to relax and finish the day. But problems rarely wait for you to be ready before springing up like weeds, and this day was no exception. The outsider hooligan who had accidentally killed an Evermore citizen, a player called Techno.
Okay.
Returned to the city and was quickly captured by the knights.
Why would he return?
Tyrannical began to interrogate Techno, but all the commotion had gathered a crowd of people who began to get rowdy. One citizen hit Techno, and Awesome Jet, eager to prove his innocence from before, crit Techno with an axe.
Why would you do that? Oh my gosh. You just made it worse for yourself, Awesome Jet.
Killing him. However, this only got Jet in more trouble and arrested, since Tyrannical had repeatedly called for order and had never commanded that Techno be executed. And since Techno was a member of the nation of Westhelm, foreign tensions would begin to rise, threatening the unity we had worked so hard to achieve.
Over one player? Over one person? You might possibly go to war over one person. Okay, not maybe war, but even a diplomatic spat because of one person. I don't think so. Hey? I don't think Empress would entertain any sort of confrontation with Nevermore over one person. And Techno, is... Well, I don't know if he was found guilty, but he was being, charged with murder within Nevermore. So I think Spood would understand.
If only we knew how much worse it could get. Tyrannical was able to sue.
Day 5. Time 27. 20. Okay.
Things over with Westhelm, but another problem was rising. See, large amounts of gold and netherite had been found under the island's volcano, which was great news for our island since it would make us the strongest island on the server.
Is that netherite armor? Wow.
But there was a problem. The Empire of Infernus claimed the entire volcano as their territory, which included the minerals underneath it. Naturally, the rest of the island's nations were less than pleased about this, so the leaders called a diplomatic meeting at the humanitarian Blue Cross headquarters.
Love it. Love it.
Since Tyrannical was expected to attend, and since things were so tense lately, I was assigned to be one of Tyrannical's bodyguards for the day, which means I finally got some iron armor.
Good. Oh, finally.
As we arrived at the meeting hall was packed with members from every nation, showing just how large the island was, and how many people managed to carve out a life in this barren wasteland.
I love this meeting area in the Blue Cross. I really, really love it. I think I've stated this before. The open area meeting space for the Blue Cross meetings, that place is also nice, but I like this very close and intimate, meeting area for all the leaders of Island 1. This place was so nice. And also with the clock tower, really, I love it. It kind of reminds me of like The Hague, the International Criminal Court. It kind of reminds me of that. It looks like a United Nations institution building. Yeah, I like it.
The meeting began and discussion, as expected, got about as hot as the volcano they were fighting over.
For Island 1's unity, I think, and I fully believe that it is necessary that we open up beneath the volcano for mining rights for everyone. Will you open up rights to mining underneath the volcano?
It is an adamant no from us.
Understood, Queen Seneca.
Again, we also, it is still our land, and it feels a little bit unfair to just have people be, mining where we live just because we, opportunistically happen to settle somewhere so bountiful.
Yes, Seneca, yes.
I believe that Infernus should be the people in charge of managing who's getting to mine under their land, because
Yes, and I have discussed this before in Ish's video, that that land belongs to Infernus, and Infernus will be able to give mining rights to whichever groups of people that wish to mine there. And whatever they're mining there, will some of the proceeds will head over to Infernus, and the rest, or whatever's being mined, can also be traded with the rest of Island 1. I have stated this before. And because Seneca had a deal with Lingolini, it would have been far more preferable for Seneca and Lingolini to work together on this matter, that Lingolini can continue to mine with his people, and if he wants to hire more people from the different nations across Island 1, he can do so. As long as the one who is responsible for the mining is Lingolini and his people, the mafia, and with the express command or blessing from Queen Seneca, who is the leader of Infernus, who are responsible for the entire island, entire volcano region of Island 1. So definitely allow a business, or allow a group of people who are going to be mining in the volcano, while the tenant, who is Queen Seneca and Infernus, will also share the proceeds of these mines. Yeah, good idea.
Again, it's still their land. We still respect that. So I think it's only good that Infernus could be choosing the representatives.
This is Island 1. We're all struggling against the nature and everything like that.
Oh, Lingolini.
So shouldn't we all be allowed to mine wherever we please?
No. Imagine someone just coming into your house saying that we're here to mine, and there's nothing you can say or do about it. We're here to mine. We want the resources that are here because we are Island 1. Do you understand how that sounds like, Lingolini? No.
Right. We started on this island with nothing. Absolutely nothing. There was one tree that we all had to get everything you see around us. We only survived because none of us took control of the tree. We shared it. And this volcano is our answer to improving and going further.
There's two possibilities. One, we share this and we're able to fend off Island 2. Two, Island 2 comes and they take it for themselves. And I don't understand how you're going for this isolationist mentality of that, yeah, you guys, you have to go through us, all of that kind of thing.
Because it's their territory. You're not going to bulldoze your opinion into Queen Seneca just because you're saying that there's a potential threat from Island 2, or that because we are Island 1 and we are poor in resources, therefore we insist that we enter into your territory and mine it out. That's not how it works. It's not how how you have diplomacy with a foreign nation. No, Queen Seneca has it right here. That's her people's territory, that's their land, and they will do with it as they see fit. It is for you to come up with a better option, a better deal. One that she can see and understand and accept. Even if it does not come into fruition, you still have to talk to them. Unless, of course, you want war, you want a conflict.
Over. If they say no, are you going to force them to open it anyways?
I just want to make it clear here. We have a representative from every single nation on this island. You have an opportunity here to unite us all.
We can't guarantee who's going to take action and make it no longer your land.
As I listened,
Wow. Veiled threats. Veiled threats to Queen Seneca.
began to agree. There was another island on the server, and it was rumored that its islanders had stacks and stacks of diamonds and gold, meaning that if they were to attack us, we would be severely outgeared. However, after the meeting, Tyrannical had something very interesting to say.
And my problem is, as soon as it starts getting bad in there, everyone starts threatening them about how they're going to open the volcano anyways, and they preach like island unity, but the whole time they're just no better than Island 2.
Yeah, the hypocrisy. The hypocrisy. The fact that they made veiled threats to Queen Seneca and her people that if they don't open it up, if they don't open mining rights up for everybody else to go mine there, there is a potential for a conflict where there'll be a hostile takeover over Infernus. Where's the unity there? Where is the unity there? There is no unity when you talk like that. That's not diplomacy. That's threats. Threats of violence. Whoever that representative was, he did a poor job. He's not supposed to be a diplomat.
They're just gonna come here and steal shit anyways.
I have to say, I had never thought of it that way.
No, tyrannical rule has the right of it. He has the right of it.
And I knew I had made the right decision when I voted for Tyrannical to lead us. Tyrannical then went to Infernus and told them that they would always have Nevermore's support. The alliance strengthened, we returned home.
Oh, wow. So, when Queen Seneca left that meeting, I thought, she was going to be all alone. That no one was going to be there to support her. But, Nevermore has pledged their loyalty and support to the Infernus Kingdom and Queen Seneca. That's good. That's really, really, really nice. Wait, who's the king of Infernus again? I forgot, sorry. Let's go back here. Where's the name? Did I write down the king's name? Oh my gosh. Oh yes, it is Harvest. Harvest, king of Infernus. Yes, Harvest and Seneca, the king and queen of Infernus. It's good that they have an alliance with Nevermore, and that Nevermore have come to express that their continued support of Infernus in these troubled times. Where Infernus have lost their closest ally, which is the Lingolini Mafia in the Blue Cross meetings. At least tyrannical rule has seen through this meandering, self-interest nonsense that these other nations are trying to push on Infernus. That he's here to say that I'm here as the leader of Nevermore to support Infernus in their independence and in control of their own territory. That's nice. I think the king and queen of Infernus must be relieved that at least they have someone. Because in the beginning, I thought they had no one after that meeting, especially on Isha's video. Because when she was betrayed by Lingolini, she walked out. She walked out of the meeting alone. And I thought, there was going to be no one who was going to be defending Infernus. But to my surprise, here is tyrannical rule who has pledged his support. And that's good. Yeah. Day 6. here. Day 6. 38. 29.
Despite
Nevermore, never die. Huh.
the drama burning up on the island, Tyrannical knew that it was his time to step down.
What? Why?
The council announced that the member moon, also known as 2E2G, had been decided as the new Corvus. But there was a rot from within Nevermore. Some citizens had grown upset with the aristocratic system that Nevermore had been founded on. They blamed Tyrannical for their feelings of discontent, even though by this point everyone had food to eat, armor to protect them, and plenty of materials for building. Most were content, but the very loud minority cried for democracy. I don't know if this is what caused Tyrannical to step down.
Wait a minute. Didn't you guys already have a form of democracy? Like, didn't you guys vote for tyrannical rule to lead your people? To lead the people of Nevermore? So, why would they cry for democracy when they have democracy already? They chose tyrannical rule to lead them. Because if that were not the case, why did we have that presentation by the different candidates, like 2E2G, as well as tyrannical rule and even Lampier? Why were they coming on a podium and presenting themselves to the people and saying that I want to become part of this leadership? That's why I'm saying the aristocratic meritocracy system, I don't know if it really fits with the system of governance of this nation of Nevermore. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about that.
Don't know if that's what caused him to build up to a dangerous height, and I don't know if that's why, minutes later,
he killed himself. Tyrannical rule, seriously?
His body hit the ground. Nevermore felt empty. Without Tyrannical, it felt like our season of growth had stagnated and come to an end. I continued to build Nevermore, but everything seemed gray and lifeless.
I mean, you guys wanted this type of setting. You guys wanted to live in this medieval styled, castles and buildings that are gray and dreary and soul-sucking. You guys wanted this aesthetic. You have it.
And that's when I made my fatal mistake. I genuinely don't know what happened.
Oh gosh, you just fell off?
While using the Lightmatica mod, I lost my footing and fell to my death.
Wow. So you just fell to your death, Nukei. Just like that. It's over. And you didn't survive long enough for the final battle. Damn.
No dramatic ending. Just a slip, a fall, and a sudden stop at the end. After my death, Nevermore continued to fall. The leader of the Raven Knights, Sidefall, died to a warden he tried to tame.
Seriously? He died. You died to a warden. Oh my gosh, Sidefall. And you were such a threat to the people of Daybreak. The newspaper, or not newspaper, but news company. You were such a threat to them, but here you are. You're dead to a warden. Oh, Sidefall. That scream. Oh gosh.
Some Jet was executed by the Corvus for his crimes, attempting to hold together some semblance of order and authority. But without Tyrannical's leadership skills, and with over half of the knights having died, the loud minority was able to overthrow the council and set up a democracy. And normally you'd think this would be a good thing. But the council was unable to lead, and citizens began to leave Nevermore. Nevermore was a ghost town.
Oh man, that's sad.
Not only that, but when Tyrannical died, so did the most outspoken defender of Infernus, and in the days to come, the entire server descended into war, although admittedly there were other factors. And yet, Nevermore could never truly die. The people of Nevermore survived, many of whom were my friends, and they went on to tell the story of our nation, and they remembered me. The nation I had fought to protect was not a place. It was a collection of people who, when they left Nevermore, took a bit of it, took a bit of me with them, much like how a dandelion scatters in the wind. I wasn't able to build my garden, but I was able to help grow something greater. And just as Nevermore didn't start with me, it didn't end with my death. When can a nation that is built on the foundation of its people truly die? Quoth the raven, nevermore.
Saparada. Wow, what about Fluxion? Alright, okay. Alright guys, yeah, that is it. With I Lost Everything in Ish's 1000 player Simulate Civilization Rich and Poor, made on the kanukei YouTube channel. Yes. Yeah, kanukei died too early. He died too early. It's unfortunate that he didn't live long enough for the final battle on Ash and Bastion. I wonder whether Nevermore, if Nevermore was still led by, what's his name again, Tyrannical Rule, would they have joined in the defense of Infernus, or would they have joined the allied forces of Spood and Call Me Cass and, Island 1 and Island 2? I'm just wondering, where would Nevermore have, situated themselves, whether with the Alliance or with Infernus, because, it is quite interesting to hear that Tyrannical Rule, as the leader of Nevermore, still supported, Infernus, even when Infernus was, being heckled, if I can say that, by all the other nations on Island 1 for the resources under the volcano. So, yeah, it is quite interesting to hear that they still had support. But yes, kanukei, he wanted to, build his own garden, Queen's Garden, I think that's what he called it, within this civilization of Nevermore. He never got the opportunity to do that, unfortunately for him. He also wanted to become the leader of Nevermore's military. Unfortunately, that title was given to Sightfall somehow. Maybe Sightfall really is a very good PvP player. I don't know. But yeah, that's another objective that he could not complete there, unfortunately for him. And then he delved into mining, he delved into building, and that was also giving him a sense of fulfillment and connection with his people. And I think that's good, that yes, you might not have been able to achieve your own personal goals, but at least you got to contribute to your society, keep it safe as a Raven Knight, and also protect the leadership structure of Nevermore as a knight, when you were protecting Tyrannical Rule at the Blue Cross meetings. So, kanukei had a very interesting life on Island 1 in Nevermore. Yes, he didn't agree all the time with the leadership of Nevermore, and he probably also felt like he was not being heard, but he still contributed to Nevermore's unique architecture and splendor. And it is unfortunate that the internal situations kind of made the society even more fragmented, because they were being led by a council. In their point of view, it seems like it was not democracy. It is some sort of like a quasi-democracy of some sort, if I can say that, that they were being led by. And, it just wasn't satisfactory to the people of Nevermore. They wanted more say, they wanted more representation. I'm thinking they got that inspiration from Elysium, because Elysium really is a democracy. And, they were led by a parliamentary type of system, if I'm not mistaken. So I think they wanted something similar for Nevermore as well, where the people would have even more direct power and say in how Nevermore is being governed. and not being held by a council of individuals that are ruling Nevermore. They wanted more say, they wanted more representation, and I think they got that inspiration from Elysium. But yes, the fragment started to grow larger, and eventually it gave way. The moment when Tyrannical Rule killed himself. Still don't know why he did that, really. I mean, yeah, okay, fine. The people are dissatisfied with your leadership. But does it mean that you have to kill yourself over that? No. No. You retire. You step back from leadership position. You become a builder. Like Nukei. Nukei, yes. You become a builder, or you become a miner. Because Nukei didn't kill himself when he could not become the military leader of Nevermore. He didn't kill himself when he couldn't build his Queen's Garden. He didn't kill himself when he didn't have enough resources to create an iron armor to clad himself with. He persevered. He worked for the people in various types of ways. And I'm sure Tyrannical Rule could have done the same. But instead, he chose death at his own hands. That just makes no sense. What a waste of life. A waste. Because your people now became directionless. And Nevermore just started to fragment even further after your death. Tyrannical Rule. And you had the smarts of it. I mean, you had a very diplomatic mindset, especially when it came to the Blue Cross meetings. Especially how you defended Infernus and you gave your explanation on why you were defending Infernus. That's good. That's good. So I don't know why you took your life that way. Yeah. But how Nukei died was also very much unfortunate. Clearly he was not thinking. His mind was somewhere else, and then by mistake he just fell. Things like that happen. It happens. It's just unfortunate that it happened to Nukei. Yeah. Interesting. This was short. It was around like 19 minutes, but my reaction video is going for 1 hour. But it was good. It was good. Thank you, Kanukei or Kanukei, for the video. It's been really entertaining to hear about the civilization of Nevermore and the people who lived within Nevermore. And yes, thank you for making this video, this point of view for Nevermore. Yes, guys, that's it. Remember, if you want to check out the original video as well as Kanukei YouTube channel, the links are going to be in the description below, along with the playlists made by Crayfish in Brazil. I'm going to be putting that playlist in the description below as well for all the other point of views of Ish's 1000 player civilization simulation. And thank you again to Anime React Jabalisco for giving me the playlist. Yes, you're a lifesaver. Thank you. Okay, guys, that's it. Bye-bye. Oh yes, before I forget, if you like my reaction, give a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click on the notification bell if you want to be up to date with my latest videos. And I'll see you guys next time with another point of view from Ish's Rich and Poor 1000 player simulation event. Yes. Okay, next time. Bye-bye.